everybody. This is Tough Talk Tuesday. I'm Denean.
I'm Katrina.
And Katrina, we need to find out what the men are tough about today. So today we have Sincere. Big up Sincere.
Hi,
Wagwan. Wagwan, ladies. What's going on?
Not much. Thank you for coming onto the potty and, gonna bless everybody with your thoughts and opinions.
Anytime.
Okay. So pretty much, do you want to introduce yourself or you're okay? You just want to jump right in?
Nah, I'm good.
Jump right in. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys know, we've had some episodes. Well, we have all the episodes we've had. We've only had me and Katrina, obviously.
Yeah.
And we're talking pretty much saying our opinions based off of our point of views, right? So I think in the last video, right, Katrina, we said we're going to get a guy and get his opinions and thoughts. So we have Sincere. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Katrina, you want to kick it off with something?
Okay.
And let's see what Sincere is tough about.
Okay. So I'm just looking at my notepad. Would you continue to be in a relationship with your partner if they slept with your best friend?
Hell to the no.
Ooh.
Fuck no.
What?
Hell fucking no.
What do you mean no so quickly though? What is that? What is that?
Would I continue to be in a relationship if they slept with my best friend? That means the relationship started. She slept with my best friend, and then I'm supposed to still talk to her after that?
Okay, no. Let me say something, okay?
Okay.
Because I get it. Guys do get very touchy-feely with these subjects.
We don't think like
do nothing.
But we don't think like women. All we see is a man fucking our girl.
Okay. So
that's what we visualize.
Okay, so let me let me bring this up now. So where this question came from as well, I don't know if you've ever seen The Best Men or what is that? What is called the old school movie?
I think
Best Man Wedding or something with Morris Chestnut and all those other.
No, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much the whole thing of that was he's now the guy that it's. I guess the character is situated. The movie's situated around. He pretty much is going to his best friend's wedding. And he wrote a book. He's an author, and the book pretty much said in somewhere in the book that he slept with his wife to be, right? But the best friend never knew that and was about to read the book and all types of things. He kept pushing it away and telling him, you don't have to read it. So they finally read it. So he wanted to call off the wedding. But this relationship was like 20 years ago. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like when they were young, just starting to get to know each other type of thing.
Right.
So where's the exception?
That's different. That's a totally different question now. So, I mean, people have histories in past. Everybody has a history in past, right? It just so happens in this particular case, I happen to know the person that you slept with. Like, that's my homie, right?
Okay.
So, for me personally, if it happened, let's say 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we were kids, I don't really care about that. That's not really something that would concern me. But if it was...
Quick question. Does she have to tell you then? If it's 10 years ago, should she still tell you? Or should
I think she... Okay. If it was somebody I didn't know, obviously not. But I think because she should have enough sense to realize the situation and be like, okay, these guys actually know each other. It's not really anything serious, but I think I should give him the courtesy and let him know so he's not surprised. Like, oh, you know that girl? And then to come and find out, oh, something happened with them 10 years ago or however long ago. I just think it would be the right thing to do. That's my opinion, though.
Okay. So does it matter if you are in a relationship with a girl or like if you're married? Like, does it matter if you're actually married to this person and then they tell you that, you know what, during the bachelorette party, I sexed your best friend?
You got these questions, man. Like, god damn. Does that matter? Yes, it does matter.
Would it affect your relationship with the girl, or would it more than the relationship with your friend, or are they both in the wrong?
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
It's an interesting question.
Yeah, they're both in the wrong.
Okay, so with them both being in the wrong, who are you more mad at? Are you mad at your best friend? Are you mad at the girl? Are you leaving the girl and keeping your best friend, or dashing your best friend and keeping the girl?
That you just got married to.
Exactly. You're clashing both of them.
Okay.
I think, well, I
Stumped.
think that one's kind of, it depends. There's so many variables, man, because really and truthfully, it's a violation of both parts. Because my homie, I'm expecting him to know, like, listen, bro, there's so many girls out there. Why this one?
Mm-hmm.
And my fiance, like, you shouldn't even be thinking like that. Like, there's no exception. You were drunk. If you're drunk, you can't control yourself. I should have saw that shit years ago. That's not the type of behavior, that's some like smuttish type of behavior. I'm not with all that. So to answer your question, it might be a situation where I just have to distance myself from both of them. If I feel, fuck, there's no explanation, man. There's no explanation, man. I'm trying to play different scenarios out of my mind and be like, well, if they said this or if it was like that, nah. That's a straight violation.
So, question for you guys, though, both of you guys, because I've had debates and stuff in the past, and people say until you're in that situation, right? Until you're married, until you're engaged, and you actually have all those or all that time and emotions invested, it's not as easy to say I'm going to just dash them or not talk to the girl anymore, the best friend and stuff like that, because we've never been in that situation, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. If you
You're
guys have.
100%. You're 100%
Yeah.
right.
So now you might be more willing to forgive because of that that I guess that history, right? Fiance, wife, or whatever the case is, right?
You asked me that question today. What date is it? October what? 5th? Was it
October
October 6th?
October 5th today. Yeah.
It's the 6th.
It's the 5th.
Isn't it?
It's the 5th today.
All right. Your question before, yeah, there's a bunch of variables, and you're right. I haven't been in that situation. I don't know if any of you ladies have been in that situation.
Mm-mm.
But today, as October the 5th, hell fucking no. Everybody's getting severed. Everybody involved in that transaction is getting severed. Because it's like, if I can't trust you with this thing, what else can I not trust you with?
Yeah.
It's like a bleed out effect. It goes into other aspects of the whole relationship with both people. So, nah, I don't think I'll be able to do that.
So I got a question for you, because this kind of circles back. We've been saying like we will get guys' opinions and things like that from prior conversations we've had on the podcast, right? So this kind of just sparks my memory. So like, for example, where we were talking about if it was called shooting your shot, right? So now, for example, if you have think of one of your closest friends, okay, your
Okay.
closest bona fide type of friend, and the guy goes to you, you know what? I like that girl, or whatever the case is. I like her, and da 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 da. And you're like, okay. But then you realize that you like her. You have this thing for her. But your guy wants you to hook you up with her. Would you now bypass your friend's feelings, right? And just talk to the girl, because now you're like, what if I have a chance, and what if she's for me, type of thing? Or would you just let it work out? I see you want to comment. Let it work out. And then if they mash up, you go in and shoot your shot.
I will say this. My friends and myself, we live by a certain code.
Okay.
So if I know that my homie really likes this girl and I like her too, but I don't want to say, well, he got there first, I'll fall back. I'll fall back. And depending on whatever happens between the two of them, let's say they go on a couple dates or whatever, and nothing really happens, because if he sleeps with her, we're back at the first question. I don't know if I want to be involved in that type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would let him do what he's gonna do. Go have at it. See if you get through, and if you don't, then I don't know. We have to go from there. It's a lot of different variables again with that question.
Before hoes thing, does it actually exist?
Yup. It does.
Yeah.
And
So,
Denean, does chicks before dicks? Does that
it applies to some girls, not all. I'll tell you that much.
But that question was to you though. So does it apply to you?
Me? Oh, it applies to me. I'm loyal. Loyalty over everything. LOE, always.
My question to you, Sin, on Are men or are you attracted to women that are all done up, like weaves, makeup, implants, or do you want everything all natural?
If I said I wasn't attracted to that, I would be lying.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but it depends on the extent of how much done up they are. Like if they look like a plastic dolly, no. I'm not with that. It needs to be some type of naturalness to them. But let me ask you this question: are you talking about in terms of like having a relationship with them, like a girl that I would bring home to my mom and stuff like that?
Not a one night stand.
I would prefer natural. That's just me. That's my personality.
Mm-hmm.
We it's a sticky one. Like can't I don't know, man. I don't. My cousin made me not like flipping girls with weave too much. Like I prefer full hair,
You have to say the
but
story why though.
Yeah, why?
I don't know, man. I like, this is like for sexual interactions. I like being able to pull and not
Full
have to
hair
worry.
and
Yeah, not worry about that
Hold
type of stuff.
on. We've sold on to the tracks.
Yeah.
Great.
What happens if I rip out a track?
The show must go on. That's it.
Well,
Yo.
okay, so yeah, I don't mind girls with weave, but my preference is nah. I'll pass on that one.
How about like fake eyelashes? And
Which girl don't have fake eyelashes though?
I don't.
First of all, I don't even have
Really?
eyelashes, so
Yeah, I mean, so do you like the bareness or do you want?
Yeah, okay, so what? Fake eyelash is not really a big deal to me.
Okay.
Unless it looks like you're trying to flap yourself away someplace, you know what I'm saying? Like I see some girls with some outrageous flipping eyelashes. I'm like, y'all need to chill with that shit.
but can I just say something? Isn't it more so like, okay, there could be preference. I guess it's a preference thing really, because a lot of people in general, you go with, it's not even, you just go with what you're attracted to, right? And I don't think there's anything wrong with girls that want to have weaves and want to have eyelashes and things. Like they want to enhance their beauty and stuff like that. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of guys, I'll tell you right now, a lot of guys, they're frauds. Let's be completely honest.
Hold on, you gotta justify that
I'm
statement.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
They're fraudulent. Okay. Let me tell you why.
All right.
Let me tell you why. Because a lot of guys will preach, yo, I don't want no girl with no weave, and I don't want no girl with no eyelashes, and da da da. And then the minute a girl has like her natural hair, it's like, yo, I don't want no girl with no picky head, and you
It's
know what I
a,
mean.
a
And
tennis ball looking head. Yeah, I know.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
like, where's the balance? Because guys will say they don't want certain things, but that's what they lust after. Or they will be with a girl who has the qualities that they want, and then they'll go for the girl that they say they're not attracted to. Does that make any sense? That makes zero sense.
It's like the grass is always greener, that type of shit, right?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, I think in my circle of friends, yeah, they might go where the big ass and the weave and the eyelashes are and stuff like that. Yo, because it gets you, man. It gets you. It's like you get seduced by that type of shit. But there's a limit. Like the minute it starts looking like you look like a Bug's Life character, like that shit is out of hand. Big ass, thin ass legs.
No.
You
Other
know?
women are going to be like, bare women are going to be hearing how you're talking right now.
That's fine.
But it's the truth though.
No,
It's
don't
the truth.
first of all, don't be saying tennis ball looking head. Okay. Don't be saying that.
It depends.
And
It depends.
stop this.
Yo, Katrina, there's some girls that look like a Bug's Life. They have big bum and their legs look like two little sticks. That's not proportionate.
Okay.
There's some girls. What's the Kardashian? What's it? Chloe. Her.
Oh, okay.
I think she did work, but she also works out, so it looks proportionate. She's a good example.
No, she's not, because she's a Bug's Life. That whole family's a Bug's Life.
What's her sister? Kim. She's a Bug's Life. That's the definition of a Bug's Life. The other one, Chloe, she works out. It looks proportionate. I don't want to put mans out there, You ever seen T.I.'s wife?
Oh man, that's the first thing that popped in my head when you said A Bug's Life. I was like,
Yeah, like that that just don't look right, man.
Well, she went overboard. She went and got her eyes done, laser, different color. Like she went
I think he's talking about
overboard.
body shape though.
Body,
Body.
but that should be okay. So, are you attracted to women that wear colored contacts?
I haven't seen a girl wear color contacts in years.
Okay.
But I don't think that would really bother me. I don't think it would really affect me.
Ooh, here's one. Girls that wear the slimming wear to make
The
sure that
corset, like in this thing.
yeah. So then let's say you see her at a club, she looking like
Mm-hmm.
nice body, nice sleek.
Mm-hmm.
You take her home and she takes off
And then it's ba-boom. You know what I'm
and
saying?
Yo,
The
didn't you
guts it,
have Retribution from Norbit?
yeah, right? So
To that.
how would I feel about that?
how would you feel? And her boobs drop.
Jeez.
Shit. Well, I like what I like. And if I
Okay.
don't like that, I'm not gonna stick around for that.
Okay. My question
Have
this,
you?
this,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
this
go
is a
ahead.
lot of questions.
Wait,
Okay.
Katrina. Are you gonna go into still the body thing?
Yes. Yes.
I was gonna ask him something, but go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
You bring a woman home
Mhm.
and that happens to you. How do you get her out of your house? How do you get or how do you when you're done sexing, how do you get the woman
Oh,
out of the house?
okay. This is
Get the
so
girl.
that's a two-part question.
Two
How do
parts.
I get the woman out that misled me with the corset and all the okay? Me, I'm a very direct person. I try not to hurt their feelings, but I would be like this. I can't do this, man. Like this is not what I signed up for. You know what I'm saying? It
Okay.
depends on the extent. Like if it's like night and day,
Yeah.
I know what I'm attracted to. It's like I won't be able even to perform. So why am I gonna even front? So I might as well just be like, listen, man, this is not gonna work. This is not what I thought it was.
Okay.
So that's the first part. The second part, how do I get a girl out?
Yeah.
Every nigga knows. Either you're gonna be direct or you're gonna already start planting seeds before you even get to the house. Oh shit,
Okay.
I got this to do in the morning. Oh, I got bright and early. I gotta be up at like 6 o'clock. Yeah, I gotta drop my mom to the airport. Some shit you're gonna say to get out of that motherfucker.
And
Okay.
You know?
I'll tell you this, sincere. Us girls do the same damn thing, right?
All right then.
Yes, because we do it like this. Like you're going out with a guy
Mm.
and you've never been out with him before, you're not too sure. What you're gonna do is plant plant the seeds too. You're gonna say, listen, I might have to go somewhere soon. I have to pick up this person. Or sometimes you
Mm.
call your friend and you say,
I was
listen,
about. I knew that. Yeah.
call me
Right.
at 10 o'clock and tell me there's
Yeah.
an emergency.
Yeah.
Yo, that's the first time a girl told me about that play, and I'm like, yo, y'all
Yeah.
really do that? And
Yeah.
then a girl told me, she's like, yo, there's even this app called Fake Call. And you could literally, yeah, you could literally put a timer and be like, oh, your phone starts ringing at a certain time. You pick it up, you're like, oh, I gotta take this.
Oh,
You
she's a
walk off.
professional
Yo,
girl.
I like her. Yo.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm like, for real, they have all that shit? She's like, yeah, man, you don't even know. We have to find exit strategies. Women have to find exit strategies.
Definitely. I think sometimes guys don't know when guys don't value time, yo. Okay, I'm not maybe some people won't agree with what I'm saying, but I feel like they just think you have all the time in the world to sit around with them all the time, like every day. Like I
Let's
know
reverse that. I think it's the other way around.
what?
I think it's the other
Yeah,
way around
I
too.
think it's the other way
Okay,
around.
so guess what? Guess what then? I think maybe I'm just not annoying and people value my time then or value my
Maybe,
presence.
There we go.
maybe that. Look at that.
Yeah,
God's
yeah,
God's gift, right?
yo,
Denean's God's gift, man.
let me tell you something about good
Yeah.
energy, guys. And don't let me preach to you right now. When you have that
Mhm.
good energy, and I'm being 100%,
Mhm.
people love to be around you. And sometimes it could get overbearing because you have all these people that want your attention or your energy and things like that. And at the end of the day, you feel drained or tired because it's like
Yeah.
leeches. Like
Yeah.
people just, it's like they feed off your energy. What's left for you at the end of the day, right?
Right.
So
Right.
that's
Right.
why I'm telling you in life, people are listening, that's fine, everyone's listening, okay,
Mhm.
but sometimes you gotta lie. You just gotta lie about certain things because you just don't want to be put in the position to hurt someone's feelings, or say like, I don't want to, I don't
Yeah,
want to go
like
here with you or chill with you and stuff like that, right? So
it's just that there's nothing wrong with a little white lie when it comes to those
ooh,
situations.
okay, but can I ask you something, right?
Mm, mm,
Now, I've had this conversation many times, so I want to know from your opinion,
mm,
do you think you are more willing to lie to those you love to not hurt their feelings?
mm.
Or would you rather tell those people the truth, or that person the truth, and be very transparent when it comes to the white lie thing?
So that means are we still talking about in like a romantic situation? Like,
It could really be any situation, really, like family,
okay,
friends, romance, whatever.
no, if it's like people that I care about,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, yo, I owe you the truth. I
Okay.
owe you the truth, and you do what you want with it,
Okay.
right? Because one thing I know for sure, I've never met a human being that likes being manipulated,
Mm.
right? Like nobody likes that feeling, and you get like, who are you to judge and try to safeguard somebody's emotions or whatever? Like
Mm.
obviously you shouldn't be rude about it, but yo, just give them the benefit of the doubt and tell them straight up, like, yo, this is what I feel about this or XYZ. And then again, going back a little bit deeper, let me take my chance from the pulpit because you had yours, Denean.
Okay.
Right? People, people just they just don't want to be lied to. You know what I'm saying? And like, just put you really want to do treat people like how you would want to be treated, man. At the
Mm.
end of the day, it's like really simple. And if you could say to yourself like, yo, I wouldn't like that, then don't do that shit to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But isn't that easier said than done? Because in human nature, we're human, right? So it's human nature for us to say that, because that's so easy to say, don't do things to people that you wouldn't want done to you. But we
Mm.
stay doing things to people that we wouldn't want done to us. That's just how we are
The
as humans.
nature. Well, nah, I don't really do that shit.
So
First of all,
yeah,
huh?
so you've never done something to anybody where you're like, yo, if the roles were reversed or I was in that situation, I wouldn't like it, or whatever the case is. You could say,
I don't think people think like that. I personally feel people do not, when they're in a situation, they be like, oh, let me think if this is gonna hurt their feelings. No, they just act,
Right.
and then they'll
Most
deal
of the
with the
time.
consequences once it
but
happens.
that's what I'm saying. So we can't say 100% that, well, Sin said, I'm not calling you a
Yeah,
liar,
yeah. Yeah,
but
yeah, no, no, no.
having you look like from the different, like a different perspective, like we've all done something. This is why I say we've all, because I'm pretty sure we've all done something where we're like, yo, you know we did something out of what it could be, out of anger, out of jealousy, out of anything, and we do
I,
things, and then we're like, yo, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't like that, but you wouldn't think about that in the moment. So I'm saying we've all done that too.
you're right. I think
Yeah.
we have all done it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and I'm guilty of it in the past too.
Hmm.
Um, Obviously, when you're younger, you make mistakes. Like you just, some people are ruthless. I was one of those people when I was younger. I didn't really care like that. As I got older, I took people's feelings into consideration. But what I will say is, I think some of the things that I may have done is out of ignorance.
Mm.
And then in like retrospect, if you take a step back and look at the situation, and you could be like, yo, I could see how that was messed up. I could see how they took it that way. But sometimes in the moment, you just might not know.
Well,
You
some
just
people, there
really
are
might know.
people out there that just don't care too, right? Like,
Mm.
Yeah,
if I hurt your feelings, then deal with it.
yeah. There are people like that. But yo, what goes around comes around. What you
Oh,
give out, you get back, man.
mm-hmm.
I'm a full believer
So
of that.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I deal with
Did you have
people
a question
like,
for Sin about bodies? About something about women's
oh,
body?
you did.
About, yeah, so I just want to know, like, do guys really like
Big
people
asses.
with, not even the big, like, big, we it's granted guys love girls with big body, big breasts and stuff, but natural. So I'm saying, like, have you ever been with a girl with fake breasts, fake booty, and like, what did you feel? Like, what did you think in that situation?
Not fake booty, but fake breasts.
Okay.
Yeah, and she got the whatever version was first. like the first version.
Yeah.
It felt like a plastic bag filled with. It felt like a Ziploc bag filled with water. You know what I'm saying?
She had a waterbed on her chest.
Yeah, exactly. And because I remember,
Yeah.
when we was doing whatever, and then I put my hands, and I was, yo, I naturally recoiled, my hand pulled back like this. And I know she had to know. She had to have known. That's probably not the first time that happened to her.
Woo.
But,
Sincere, yo.
but
This guy said
yo, I'm telling you, whatever they have now, it's got to be pristine. Like
yeah.
it probably feels lifelike. You know,
So
I
he had
just
the Nintendo freaking duck.
yeah, exactly. Right. The first version, the beta version, the
Oh,
prototype. You know. Yeah.
Prototype. Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I just always wondered, like, how, like, anything that doesn't feel real, how could you want that? Like, to me, I don't know. I don't know. That's just
Okay. Well, I say let me say this.
yeah.
And men in the comment sections, y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure there's people that fall on both sides of the fence. Men are naturally visual creatures.
mm,
So we'll look at it and be like, oh, all the curves are in the right place. If that's what you're going for, that's the extent of what we care about. It probably has to feel really grotesque, like something weird,
Like lumpy, like feel like cement up.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
who was that Dr. Miami that was filling those girls' booties with flipping cement?
cement.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, it had to be some crazy stuff like that where I would be like, nah, I cannot do this. This is
So,
disgusting.
question then. So, if you guys are visual, like lovers, I guess, or you get attracted to how women are looking, when do you start? When does personality become a factor?
Okay, first let me stop you right there. Every person is visual. I've yet to meet the person that just nobody meets people and be like, oh, they're such a nice person. You have to have a conversation. You have to have a rapport. The first thing that attracts a person is how they look.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's on both sides of the coin. When does it? When is it? You would determine it's like somebody you could build something with. When you have a conversation. For me, when I realize a girl has substance. Oh, she looked good and she has ambition. She has a plan for her life. She's not just sitting around here fucking taking pictures on IG all goddamn day and just doing bullshit. She has some type of thing that she's trying to accomplish and she's working in that direction. That's when and she can hold a conversation. That's when I realized, like, all right, I might have to pay a little bit more attention here.
Okay.
You know?
So,
Isn't it the same for you, for women?
uh,
I think for women we have more sometimes unrealistic
yeah.
You
things
guys
or
do.
not all the time, but I think it's more so like you always have this I guess this idea of your ideal dude or whatever the case is, right? So some people won't settle for less or settle for less than their standard of that ideal dude, but I feel like we kind of have to kind of get out of that these days because not everyone's going to meet every requirement that we're looking for, but
Mhm.
that's all a compromise in a way as well, because you've listed a couple of things, ambition,
Mhm.
goal oriented, things like
Mhm.
that. If the girl has ambition and has all these other check marks off and is missing one thing, are you going to
Right.
really push her to the side and not give her a chance, right? So
Mhm.
that's why a lot of us have to kind of shave down our standards at times. Don't settle, but
Right.
we have to be more realistic that no one's perfect, right?
It's funny. I was listening to this girl. She was talking about. I think she's a relationship coach, and she kind of said what you said. She's like, yo, some of her clients, when the females, they give their checklist of what the ideal man is.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, yo, that person does not exist.
Exactly.
Like they don't exist,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? And then on top of it, another thing that you have to factor in, you can't be making a list of demands and your life is not anywhere fucking close to where that
Mm-hmm.
what you're trying to aspire to.
That's
Like,
true.
who do you think you are? Like, why should I waste my time and talk to you if I'm hovering at this level
Mm-hmm.
and your fucking ass is down here? But
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to bridge that gap? No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And then you start mingling these people's circles, you might feel uncomfortable and stuff like that because it's a different tier of people that you're surrounding yourself with, you know?
I
But
know.
yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
no. I just think I agree with what you're saying though.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking like in general, I think we just have to kind of get rid of that ideal person and kind of go based off of just you guys are gonna hear me say it a lot, energy. I'm a big person on energy, right? Jamaicans will be like, yo, my spirit not tekar. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
That's a real thing because you have to make sure that your energy matches somebody. If you don't feel good around somebody or you should be able to be happy around that person or be your full self around that person. If you feel like you have to walk on shells around that person or you have to watch what you say, like certain things like that kind of falls under the same umbrella, then that person's not for you, right?
Right.
So we do miss a lot of like red flags and stuff too because we have this ideal person, right?
Mhm.
And if they check off all the boxes, we will be like, okay, I'm yours, but guess what? Are you guys compatible? Are you guys aligned in that
Can
energy
I
aspect of things?
can I add something to that though?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think from my perspective, what I see is a lot of people don't know themselves.
Mm,
And
okay.
if you don't know yourself, you don't even know what you're like willing to accept from what you won't accept because it's changing as on a daily basis. So
Mm-hmm.
I think people need to actually take time to figure out who they are and what they want with their life. And not I'm not saying that's the case for everybody, but some people look for another person to complete them when you shouldn't be doing that. You should figure out who you are first, what you stand on, your morals, your principles, what you're trying to accomplish, and then you'll trust me. It will unfold in that way because somebody will come into your life and they'll be like, yo, this is a person of value. But if you don't know who you are and on Sunday you're like this and Thursday comes, you're a totally different person, you're too flip-flop. Like, I can't deal with that.
Yeah, I was about to do this.
Yeah.
The
Going
fingers,
back to what you
Right.
were saying about